Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I'm going to be sharing some fun insights with you guys today. And if Angela pops on, then she'll be popping on with me as well. Otherwise, I'm really being called today to share in a meditation to kind of just help everybody get more centered and a little bit more peace within your life. So if you're joining, please say hello. If you're watching the replay, please say hello as well. Last Wednesday, Angela and I came on to do some readings and teachings, and like I said, today I'm really feeling called to do a meditation. I asked the question hi Kylie. I had asked the question in my private Facebook group this morning, like, how is everybody doing? Like, for real, how is everybody doing? And so many people have been sharing that they're just feeling tired. They're feeling good, but they're tired, or there's chaos in their life, or they're just overwhelmed with everything that's going on. And it's a lot. It can really be a lot. So if you're joining, share with me, how are you feeling? What are you needing support on? What questions do you have today? And again, if you're watching the replay, always post questions because we can come back to them as well. So I'm just going to give it a few moments. And just kind of like settle in with me here for a moment. Settle into your breath. Settle into this now moment and check in with yourself. Ask yourself, like, how am I doing? How am I feeling? Like I was saying, people have been expressing that they're feeling tired. And my question to you is, are you feeling tired on a physical level? Or are you feeling tired on an emotional level? Are you feeling tired on a soul level? Like, how are you feeling? Are you really feeling tired? Like this morning, I woke up and I was tired physically. I just got back from Arizona late last night. The energies in Sedona were amazing, but yet kind of overwhelming at times. And so I was feeling physically tired. But there's also people that have been sharing with me that they're like just tired, like they're not really getting enough sleep. And even if you're getting like 6 to 7 hours of sleep at night and you're still waking up really, really tired, then I want you to go deeper within that. Like, are you actually really tired because you didn't get enough sleep? Or is there something more going on? Are you tired from, like, on a soul level? Are you doing work in the night? Is your soul working in the night and you're not really aware of it? And how can you kind of place some boundaries on that? On a soul level, we can be experiencing tiredness on a soul level because of what's going on in the collective. And we are taking it on personally and not really sure how to like process it. So if that's you, if you're feeling really tired and drained on a soul level because there's so many different energies happening within our collective, then there are different tools that you can use for that as well. So I do want to share some tools with you on how you can maintain your energy on a soul level when there is so much going around or going on a collective level. And everybody's going to have, I'm going to just get comfortable here. Everybody's going to have a different viewpoint of what works for them. They're going to have different tools within their toolbox of what works and what doesn't work. So please, I think we talked a little bit about this last week as well, but please use the tools that work best for you. And if the tools that you've been using are no longer feeling good and no longer working, then don't do it. Be flexible, go with the flow of how you're showing up and how you're taking care of yourself and what tools work within your toolbox. So if meditation used to work really well for you and it's not working anymore, then it's time to change how you go about doing meditation. There's so many different forms of meditation that you can be doing. You can add journaling. Journaling is a great place to start. And maybe you want to do a guided meditation. I had shared the other day, somebody asked the question, like, how do you create a morning ritual? Like, what do you use? What kind of tools do you use within your morning ritual? And I had shared that I use journaling. Now, in the last week, I have not been doing journaling because I just don't know. I haven't been doing it. I've been trying to find some other ways that feel really good for me to connect. So I've been doing more just meditation, breath work, and just connecting to my soul. And, but anyways, that person had asked and somebody else commented being like, well, I thought journaling at night would be better. And it really, again, I guess, depends on yourself. You know, journaling in the morning is a great way to set your intentions for the day. How do you want your day to kind of like unfold? Getting really super clear about like how you're going to create your day and the experiences that you want and desire to occur for you. You could also journal at the end of the day where you can maybe do things that you're grateful for, like reflecting on what worked really well for you. So those are different options as well, is what tools, or when it comes to journaling, which option would you want to do? Morning, night, both, right? If you don't like to journal, that's okay. But I feel like journaling to me has just always been a very supportive thing for me on my journey. So give it a try. What else can you do if you're feeling tired on a soul level? Meditation, again, huge. If you want to just turn on music to meditate, do that. If you want to listen to a guided meditation, you can do that. I have a meditation series that it's a 10-day program with a bonus 11th day, which helps you to kind of create this space to start the ritual. What different tools you can use within a journaling practice and within a meditation practice, and there's tons of meditations that I include in that as well. So if you're like, I want to get started but I'm not really sure where, then that may be a really great place for you to start. And make sure that you're drinking tons and tons and tons of water, because with the shifts in our energy that we are experiencing, we need to be supporting our body with water. We are mostly water, so we need to be staying hydrated. Most people are dehydrated, which is going to then affect their energy level, making them feel more tired and achy and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. So journaling, meditation, drinking water, moving your body, getting out in nature, just breathing. Most of us are not doing deep breath, like really like just breathing really deep and getting nice and slow and just expanding your rib cage, expanding your diaphragm, and just breathing so deep. We are such shallow breathers and we're not even aware of it. So breathing is a huge important thing as well. Being out in nature, connecting in with the trees and with the land and all of that sort of things, which leads me into sharing a little bit about the experience that I had in Sedona. So I just got home from Sedona last night. Like I was saying, energy was amazing. Energy was also pretty intense, and picked up some attachments that not so great either. So the day before we left on Sunday, the day before I left, I was researching some experiences through the Airbnb website, and I came across this experience that took you into a vortex at the Cathedral Rock down into Oak Creek Canyon down by the water. So I was like, okay, sign me up. I love water. There was something about the description of the experience and the person that was leading it that made me feel super connected. And I was like, I need this. So we meet this guy and two other people in the parking lot, and as soon as it started and he kind of started explaining everything, the tears just started flowing. And the whole walk in, which probably was like 20 to 30 minutes, I cried. And we kept stopping along the way, and he would tell us stories about the land. And there's a Pyramid Rock, which is by Cathedral Rock, that it's said to have like the Lemurian, it was the land of the Lemurians of like the age of Atlantis and all of that kind of stuff. And I can't even put it into words of what he was explaining with that. And I know that like part of my soul belongs to that. I have felt that, especially with like going to Maui, and Hawaii is like the Lemurians as well. But I just cried the whole way in, and I stopped. Every time we stopped, I connected with the land. And he explained like the rock people, he explained the tree people, he explained the creatures and the animals that are in the land and the experiences that he's had. He lives like right where we started at the starting point. And then I remember like just getting down to the water, and I laid down. We did a meditation and formed a circle and just kind of like opened this energy portal, and he had us kind of lay down wherever we wanted or sit or do whatever we wanted, and just kind of like cleanse and cleared all the energy. And it was just so magnificent, and I just like let it all out. And the energy, like I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about it, and a little teary-eyed, but the energy there was like so incredible. And it's like I knew right then and there that is exactly what my soul had been needing, even though like I didn't feel emotional going into it. I didn't feel like I had anything that I really needed to release, but it was like super powerful. And I knew, again, like I just listening to my soul of what I needed. So I guess the reason why I'm sharing all of this with you guys is because we have to tap in and listen to our soul, especially with what is going on in the world today. I had no idea, literally, like when I was in Arizona, I was only there from Sunday to Wednesday, but I really didn't have any clue what happened back home in Minneapolis. I had heard that there was a shooting and things like that, but like I was so tapped out of that reality and just being like immersed into my own healing and immersed into the energy of Sedona. And now like coming out of it, I'm like, whoa, what's going on? But if you're feeling overwhelmed with what's going on in the collective, I find that it's so important to come back home to ourselves and check in with ourselves. Ask ourselves, like, what is it that I need? What do I need right now? If I'm feeling so tired and so exhausted, like, what do I need? If we are feeling overwhelmed with everything in the collective, it's okay to just take a step back and connect into your heart and connect into your energy and allow the weight of everything else to just melt away. It is not our responsibility. It is not our responsibility to carry so much pain and grief and sadness and fear for the world. Like, that's just not our responsibility. Are we going to feel it? Yes. Are we going to become tired because teaching is different this year and there's shootings going on and systems being broken down and dismantled? Are we going to feel it? Absolutely. But there's nothing wrong with just taking a step back, stepping out of the masses and coming back to ourselves. If we are engaging in the mass collective energy every single day, it's doing more harm than good on ourselves. Unless you came here to be in the mass energy and to like transform the mass energy, that's one thing. But if you're just like in it all the time and not really doing anything to like shift it, then come back to yourself and ask yourself, like, what can I do for me? What can I do for myself? When I'm focusing on my vibration and my energy and making sure that I'm super stable and clear, that's what's going to have a greater impact on the collective, because the more you're in that space for yourself, the better you can show up as your authentic self and helping the collective energy shift. So I got this question the other day of, are we really ascending from 3D to 5D? And yes, we really are. And we really are, regardless if we want it to happen or not. It's just part of the human experience, the collective experience, the global experience. We are all going through it. And Mother Earth herself has already been doing this work for quite some time, and now it's impacting the human and all other beings to also shift into higher states of consciousness. So 3rd dimensional consciousness to 5th dimensional consciousness and beyond. And so it's happening, whether we want it to or not. It's happening, and it's going to happen to everybody. So if we don't start waking up and becoming aware of our own energy and like what our intuition's trying to tell us, or hey, you're tired, but what does this tiredness mean? If we're not paying attention to those cues, if we're not paying attention to our own energy and how we're showing up, it's going to make this process a lot more challenging. And you can see that. You can see the people who are struggling. You can see the people that are like, I'm not doing that. And the result of those individuals not wanting to ascend is they're just not going to be in the human form anymore. And that's their choice, right? So how are you going to consciously choose to show up? Okay, so let me wrap this all back around. So I'm in Sedona. I'm feeling the energy. I'm having the experience. And I know that by being in that energy, by releasing the heaviness that I was experiencing, and I don't even really know, I mean, I know what it was, but it wasn't anything like earth-shattering, right? But I know that by showing up in that moment, being led to that tour guide in that moment was for me, was for my experience, for my own ascension. And as I'm like sitting here trying to piece this all together, it's like I know that by doing that form of release in Oak Creek Canyon at the base of Cathedral Rock not only helped to shift my energy, but the energy of the planet in whichever way, knowing that my intentions were pure, they were from my heart, they were for the greater good of humanity. And it led me to that experience so that I could do that, so I could partake in my purpose here on this planet. So it was a piece of the fulfillment of my soul's calling, of my soul's purpose. And as I'm saying this, I'm like, ooh, I do this all the time. I do this a lot. But now I'm like, ooh, where else can I go? Where else can I be? What other energy can I be in to create those experiences? So going back to what we were talking about, so if your soul is tired, you need to choose and decide what you are going to do to create more stability within your energy field. Because if your soul is burnt out and tired, you are not in alignment in some way, shape, or form. Not that that's a bad thing, but if we're in alignment with what we're meant to be doing and how we're taking care of ourselves and how we're showing up for ourselves every day, we're not going to experience that tiredness as often. And then when you do experience it, you're going to have a different kind of awareness, like, hey, I'm feeling exhausted again. What is off within my energy field? What is off within my alignment that I can shift? Or how can I realign my energy? Now, if it's the other thing too is like, give yourself some grace. If you're tired physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you have to take care of yourself. If you're being called to take a nap because the energies are so intense, take a nap. If you're being called to meditate, meditate. If you need energy healing, get energy healing. If you need whatever it is, do that. Now, I don't suggest like numbing it with substances or things like that, but to each their own. So, yeah, I've been on a little rampage now for 20 minutes by myself. But that's okay, because the message is important. The message is important because we have to be able to figure out and create awareness within our own energy field of what we're going to do to help us remain more stable, more calm, feeling more peace in our lives. I have to show you my ring. I got this in Jerome, Arizona. Angel wings. I love it. I fell in love with it. Okay, so I want to do just a quick meditation. And I have my singing bowl. And I want to just help you to feel more centered, more grounded, more stable within your energy. And to just kind of help cleanse and clear your energy. Yes? Okay. Let me just see here. Okay. So the message coming into is like, how are you connecting into your heart? And how are you listening? So I did a podcast episode actually last week that I had a very clear message all about listening. Like, how are you listening to your intuition? And I laugh because I had a moment in Sedona where I was so tapped in and I did not listen, which resulted in a not very fun experience, an attachment of sorts that threw me for a loop, and I'm still recovering. My body is so, but I'm releasing it because it no longer serves me, and I'm thankful for the experience that I received from this, or the lesson I received from this experience, and I'm releasing it from my body because I don't want it. It's not mine anymore. The attachment served its purpose, and now it's gone. I'm done with it. Done. No more. But anyways, listening to your heart, listening to your intuition, listening to that gut response, we have to start doing more and more and more. We have to be so tapped in that we just know what we know. And I was so tapped in that I knew what I knew, and I just was trying to just shove it aside. So I'm going to help you. I'm going to guide you into a meditation that is going to bring you into your, drop you into your heart and just expand and feel the peace. And I have my singing bowl, so I don't want you to be alarmed when I start playing it. And yeah, okay, let's begin. So just close your eyes. Little affirmation just popped into my phone. It says, I am transforming to be the person I've always dreamed to be. All right, so softly close your eyes and just take some nice, deep cleansing breaths. Pulling your energy into your body, into your heart, into your core, into your being. Feeling the energy within yourself. And we're just going to clear your energy field. So just imagine that anything that is within your energy field that is not yours, or anything that's not for your highest and greatest good, just kind of washing away, starting at the crown, coming down, all the way down to your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, down your legs, out the bottom of your feet. So anchoring into that root. And feeling your energy just becoming super strong, connected, stable. Now pull your energy, your awareness back into the heart chakra, or your heart space. And imagine this beautiful golden ball of light starting to form within the heart. And with every breath, it is growing and expanding, taking up space, expanding upwards through those top chakras and down to those lower chakras. And this energy feels really warm, and it's kind of like molassesy, honey-like. It's not thick, but it's just fluid and flowy, and it just fills your body with that warmth, honey-like feeling, melting away any tension or stress within your neck and your shoulders, down your arms, down your spine, down your legs and out your feet. And as you continue to breathe, you're just opening and expanding your energy centers to allow energy to flow through you for your highest and greatest good. Activating it into every cellular memory and DNA structure. We're asking that it be activated now. Breathing that energy in, letting it activate your cells. The remembrance that you are love, you are joy, you are bliss, you are peace. This is your birthright to have these experiences. And when we go through life and we start to feel the chaos of the masses, the collective, the anger, the sadness, the grief, it is our right to come back into ourselves, into our heart, and create that connection and allow ourselves to feel and be and experience these energies. And so what I invite you to do is take a moment every day, multiple times throughout the day if needed, and just place your hand on your heart, focusing on your breath. Focus on the golden light, that honey feeling just coming down and washing over you, and creating that stable energy within your body, within your mind, within those thoughts, within your emotional field, your spiritual field. And just experience Allow yourself to experience yourself coming back into your heart, coming back into this space that is you. And when you're in this space, think of an intention. What do you want to experience? What do you want to feel? What do you desire? What do you want to create? And set those intentions. So if you're feeling stressful with work, if you're feeling stressful with your job, same thing, work job. If you're feeling stressful with your family, if you're feeling the sadness of the collective or the anger, just set the intention that you can transform that energy into love. Or maybe you want to set the intention that you're going to create 5 minutes every couple hours of your day to come back to yourself. Maybe you want to set the intention that you have the most pure thoughts. Maybe you have the intention to make a connection with someone new. Offer words of encouragement. Maybe you set the intention that you want to show up more authentically, speaking your truth. Whatever it is, become so crystal clear with your intention. And just a few more deep cleansing breaths. When you're ready, just slowly open your eyes. So again, thank you for joining me today. Please reach out if you have questions about anything that I touched on today or other questions that you may have. Please reach out if you're needing guidance and support. I actually have created a mentorship program so that if you are on your journey through this ascension and awakening, or whatever it is that you want to call it, I'm here to provide support and guidance. It's a 4-week program, but there are many of different options based off of individuals' needs. So the intention, the desire behind it is to help you, help humanity, help the collective make this process, these shifts of energy, the shift of the collective, with more ease and grace. So it's going to be a little bit of energy healing mixed in with conversation and tips, tools, wisdom, knowledge to help you create a life of abundance, a life of bliss, a life of peace and clarity, so that as you're going through your own ascension process, or again, whatever it is that you want to call it, it is done with ease and grace and flow instead of chaos and anxiety and fear and stress. So if you are interested in one-on-one mentorship, that is available. I haven't put the announcement out there yet, so take this as your announcement. I'm going to be posting more about that here soon. I had to get through Sedona first. So that is available. When does that start? It starts when you are ready. So if you want to start tomorrow, we start tomorrow. And again, however you want to commit to that for time, that is up to you. So I'm really super excited to open up the doorway to the mentorship. Again, it's needed. I know that it's needed. If mentorship is not exactly what you're looking for, I'm doing one-on-one coaching, one-on-one healing, things like that as well. So there are definitely plenty of opportunities to work with me, and we'll be back next week. Hopefully Angela is able to make it next week so we can bring to you some more psychic readings and teachings. Otherwise, yeah, keep an eye out for other announcements. All of my love, all of my blessings to each and every single one of you. Again, I know the energy can be very heavy right now, but you are here and you are needed, and your light is seen. I see you. I see your light. And yeah, you're here for a reason. And I want to guide you so that you know within your knowing what you're here to do. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you next time.